All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd with my co-host Deborah. Today's Wednesday, July 8th, 2009, 9:55 p.m. We've got three cases we're going to discuss tonight from earlier this year. Their cases: 720 Jenika Feuerstein, 722 Joshua Tessmer, case number 724 Victoria Stafford. I think she goes by the name Tori. Then we have two new cases that I added today and the night before. That's Onda Christopher George and case 776 Lindsay Baum. I have on the phone the Deborah and Kevin Doyle. How you guys doing?
Doing great, Brian.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Fine. And the kitties, like you said, are doing good.
Yes, they're doing
what?
really well. They're so cute.
They're almost a week old already, aren't they?
Oh, they were born Sunday.
Okay. I think I messed up one of the names. Joshua, how do you pronounce his last name?
Joshua's last name is Tessmer.
Tessmer, okay, sorry.
And
Joshua.
Jenika's is Feuerstein.
Feuerstein, okay, Feuerstein. Okay. Well, let's get right to the cases then. And we're going to be doing some changes too. We've covered these cases in the past. So basically we've caught up now, doing three shows a night, or three cases a night. We've actually caught up to the cases that we wanted to cover. So from now on, each nightly show is going to cover the new cases that I did the night before. And I'm going to try to do two or three, but no more than that. So every night now you'll see, we'll discuss two or three new cases. It should be a daily thing. Right, Deborah?
Correct. And then, of course, we'll have discussion of the little dude every night.
Exactly. Speaking of Aji Desir, Deborah asked if we should do a show on him. It's going to be 6 months here real soon since he went missing. So tomorrow's show we're actually going to dedicate for him, and we'll cover everything that we've covered before, anything new. I don't think there's been any very many news articles, but we'll cover whatever we can and what we have. Sound like a plan, Deborah?
Yes, I think it's a good plan. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So tomorrow, no cases. The only case we're going to, well, one case, Aji Desir. So anyways, let's get to our first case of the night, and this is case number 720. And this is Jenika Feuerstein. Let me get the case open over here. The case was open on April 8th of 2009. Deborah, the website for her is, there's no web, there's a MySpace. Jenika.
There's the MySpace, yes.
Okay. And there's nothing else for her so far? Or...
No, she doesn't actually have a website.
All right, what information do we have for her?
Well, I had it here and I lost it. It's loading.
Okay.
So while I'm waiting for that, to share that this is a case that Gail requested. And this is actually one that she was in Arizona looking for Jenika. Remember when she was out there recently? She was out there for a week, and she had Tammy with her, and Reggie went along. Did Travis go on that trip too?
I'm not sure. I don't think he did, though. I'm not positive.
I'm sure Reggie went. I'm not sure about Travis. I can't quite remember. They had been out there. They had, I remember at one point she had isolated onto an area in like a national forest area out there.
Okay.
We weren't able to do as many updates as we would like while she was out there because she was not having good cell phone reception and she didn't have internet most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jenika has been missing actually since January of this year. She's been missing since the 3rd of January. Her date of birth is September 24th of 1988. She's missing from Phoenix, Arizona. She was 20 years old at the time that she went missing. She's a white female. She's 4 feet 11 inches tall, weighs 90 to 95 pounds, brown hair and hazel eyes. She has a light complexion. She has pierced ears and a tattoo of a butterfly behind her right ear. Last seen wearing a black long sleeve sweater with stripes and a hood, jeans and black flip-flops. She was carrying a dark blue Kathy Van Zeeland purse, and she had a yellow Volcom pen attached to the outside of that purse. The last time she was seen, she was in the vicinity of Mesa Drive and Brown Road in Mesa, Arizona. they said to begin with that her vehicle, actually it turned out that this was the vehicle of a man, an older man with a record that she was with. That vehicle was a white four-door Dodge Intrepid. She's listed at National Center for Missing Adults and some of the other databases, and has that missing MySpace. What do you have on this case, Brian?
All right. Thanks, Deborah. I don't believe that she's alive to start off with. The first screen drawing says used father's tools, does not carry ID, marks FH South Drive. There's a drawing of an individual up there. He's got a mustache, short hair. Looks like he's wearing a cutoff T-shirt. The second one says Boy Scout Camp. The number 20 took her 7 miles northwest. The number 0102 fight was recorded on voice machine. So some type of argument or something that may have happened. Then we did show number 53 on this case. That's why I'm not going to cover it too detailed. We've done a lot of shows on this. Show number 53 on the 8th. Then I got some notes from Gail. And that says large white man, bulky, not alive. The number 10 and the number 12. Horton, and then the word Hort. I do remember that. David did something to her. Female, knows what happened. Fire, some type of fire, and then the word Hutchinson. And we did find some maps here. We did find Fountain Hills, Arizona. There's downtown maps here of that. Gail did a show on that a couple days later. That's posted. There's some work we did on the 10th. Another map. We did several shows. May 23rd, I did a redo on this, and it says not alive. Go to camp here. I think we did some research on that. Then we did another show on that on the 23rd, show number 80. And then Gail went out on the 25th of May. January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, May. And all that information is posted here. We had no contact really with her out there because there was no cell phone connections nor internet, so we really didn't get much information from her. And then the last I know, we did a show on the 25th of May, and that's all I have. Kevin, you did this stuff. You've meditated on this. What do you have?
Yes, Brian. On case 720, I have alive, runaway, and abducted, in hiding, going to Canada, alias Smith, male, early 40s, involved with her now. They are between Montreal and Toronto, Canada. Road or Highway 119. She is in danger from him. Jenika could be a runaway who has become abducted. She and or the man involved with her may be in hiding from everyone that is looking for her. The same man may be in his 40s. She may be in danger from this man, and that's all I have, Brian.
All right, thanks, Kevin. So that you got that she's alive. And I know Gail did a lot of thorough searching out there, and they couldn't find anything. So I'm hoping this is the case. Well, I've got your information posted, and Gail does know the family, so we'll put that up there and see if this makes anything. So you caught Highway 119, Toronto, Canada. Deborah, if we can, we'll look at some maps on this one.
Okay, and as far as Jenika's case goes, this is one that we could really use help from the listeners on. There is a section in the forum at missingpersonforum.com in Jenika's case. Her last name is Feuerstein. To contact the media. There is a bunch of links to the direct contact pages. There has not been a lot of attention for her case, and law enforcement is not doing much either out there. They seem to feel, and this is information comes from her mom, they seem to feel that she's possibly on some kind of a binge, and when she's done, she'll be back, or something to that effect. And sadly, they think that something has happened to Jenika, and they're basically, law enforcement is treating it like no body, no case. But if they're not doing anything, then, they can't, obviously if they're not looking, then they're not going to find her. in order to deal with this either. So I guess, Jenika's case really needs more awareness. And I know, when Gail travels and goes searching, actually goes out to a location and is searching for a missing person. In a lot of the cases, the media does respond and they do interview Gail, and that's wonderful because that gets the information out there about the missing person, that they're still missing. When Gail was out in Arizona looking for Jenika, there was not any media attention at all for Jenika's case. So we could really use help on that.
All right, and once again, if you want to help, please go to Missing Person Forum, and that's the thing at the top of the screen every night. Kevin, you got that she's alive and was possibly, she ran away then got abducted. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she did go out in some type of binge or something like that and somehow got connected with the wrong people. So you never know. So that's why it's important to get her picture out there. Everywhere. Get her picture out there, whatever it takes. And the media is really the best way to do that. Of course, we don't control the media. So, it's up to them. So if you're from the media, do a story on her, get a picture out there. Anything else, Deborah?
No, I don't have anything else for Jenika.
Okay. Moving on, the next case is case number 722. And this is for Joshua Tessmer. The case was opened on April 12th of 2009. Deborah, what information do we have for Joshua?
This is a case that Gail asked for you to help on.
Okay.
And Joshua Tessmer is 19 years old, has been missing since January 8th of this year. He is missing from, let's see here, she's missing from Pike County, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Last time that he was seen was on the 8th of January this year at 4:15 in the afternoon by his father at their home. Home is located at 6887 North Mayo Trail in Green Meadows, Kentucky. Joshua has blonde hair cut above his ears. He's got blue eyes. He's 5'11" tall, and he weighs about 190 pounds. He is medium build and has a fair complexion. He has a tattoo of a cross on the back of his left shoulder. They believe he was wearing blue jeans, blue Nike sneakers, and a dark Carhartt jacket. They don't think he had any other clothing with him besides that. One thing that was found of Joshua's was his hat. They found his hat on the bank of the Lavisa Fork of the Big Sandy River, which is behind where he lives in Green Meadows. Based on what they found at the scene, they think that Joshua could have fallen into the river. They also think that alcohol was involved in this. They don't suspect foul play. There's been a lot of extensive searching, and I've seen that there was more information posted on the case file with some search photos also. Mm-hmm. So what do you have on this case, Brian?
Yeah, those are from Doug. I have a few dream drawings. The first one says ribbons, not what they think, looking the wrong way. The next one says she did not have it with her when he told her to do it. He's got long hair, brown suitcase. We did a show on this one, but we talked to the detective in this case that's out there searching. That was out there searching. There's a lot of information that we put out, and we actually Gail did a radio or a Ustream show on that. That's posted right below the second image, second map. There was some stuff where they did find some ribbons and stuff. This apparently they said he fell into a stream. And there were some skid marks there. There was a hat laying there. But yet they searched that stream up and down, for 20 or 30 miles. It's not really that big of a stream. They found nothing. They're out there really searching. There's a rescue team out there. They got a few boats and stuff like that. All that information is in the case file if you want to listen to that show. There was about 15 pictures, high-res pictures that were taken that actually shows the ribbons and stuff, the Rim My Dream drawing, and they show the skid marks where apparently he fell in the water, and then the river right there. But they've tried a lot of different methods, even using the side scan sonar, cadaver dogs, a lot of different methods, and so far nothing, which is really a good sign, because if he fell in the water, we were saying unless he was caught in some type of undertow or some type of I think it's called an eddy, he would have been found by now. At least that's my conclusion. So it could mean maybe he wanted to run away, or maybe he staged an accidental death. I mean, they found skid marks in the hat right there beside the skid marks, and it's just, to me, it looks like just a little too easy saying, well, this is what happened. So I don't know. I hope he's alive. Kevin, I've got your information. Do you want to read that?
Sure, Brian. For Joshua, I have my meditation, dead, man and woman involved in his murder.
Okay.
The man was jealous of Joshua. Sean knows more. Cindy, Tennessee Byway, near Hills and cell phone tower number 12,000. Body can be found. They are in my hometown and very scared. The notes I have after the meditation: Joshua could have been murdered. A man and woman may be involved. The number of the cell phone tower is not exact. I guess when I did that in my meditation, number 12,000, that means that the cell phone tower is somewhere in the range of 12,000, as in a number that represents the cell phone tower somehow. So it could be 12,050 or 11,900 or something like that, but it's near 12,000. Then I have, this is also where his body could be found, which is probably near the cell phone tower. The murderers could be in Joshua's hometown. So in my meditation, I believe that I may have been in contact with Joshua somehow. And that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Kevin. So you're going with murder, and anything's possible. I'm pointing more likely to a murder than an accident now. After all this, but I don't know. That's just what I think. Deborah, what do you think?
Well, I really hope that Joshua's alive. I think, based on the discussions we've had before, the photos, and the areas that have been searched, that river is not that big.
No, it's not.
It's like a really
It's a little bit bigger than the
big
river right next to my house.
To carry them or anything like that. It's smaller.
Yeah. Right.
I think they would have found a body or something more than what they found if Joshua was deceased. Mm-hmm. I know that the thing too is, at the time of year that he went missing in Kentucky, it's cold and it's wintertime. They did say that it'd be easier to find his body when the weather improved some. Well, weather improved months ago now.
Right.
I think that this is not a huge river we're talking
right.
about. I think something.
It's also not. It's not just out there too. It's there's towns all along that river. People fish that river. I mean, and there's no spot that there isn't somebody visits at least once a week, or maybe somebody's going to see something. That's what. It's very, very winding too. I mean, I'm talking really, really windy. Every couple hundred feet, it does almost a 90-degree turn.
So you would think that there might be a place where
no clothing, nothing
would be hung up of some kind that is more pointing toward the direction that there is a body in there. There's just not anything showing that except the cap and the skid marks is what they've got to go on that.
I mean, that could be planted. I mean, here's the cap and here's the skid marks.
Exactly.
I mean, you might as well left a wallet and ID too. I mean, it just seems a little funny to me, especially if no body's been found.
If that is what happened, and that is what Joshua was trying to do, a hint for next time is pick a river that's off the beaten path. Out in the middle of nowhere, and maybe one that's a little bigger. Because I don't think many people are buying into this.
But I've got a females involved. And I think with the dream drawings I have, and just listening to what Kevin, it could be murder. Or it could be just wanted to leave, but it looks like to me it's pointing toward murder, not an accident. And when we said looking the wrong way, I think when I talked to him, I said maybe there's something that you're using that you're not using the right way. We're talking about maybe different methods of searching or something like that. Not exactly maybe the area that they're searching is wrong, but the way that they're searching. So I don't know. We could really never figure that out. But there's a lot of pictures, and if anybody has any information or ideas on how they can help search, they are very willing to listen. And there's a dedicated search team that is still looking for this person. So if you can, please go to missing person forum. Actually, you can go to this case file, click on the forum link, and it'll take you right to the case file in the missing person forum. And that is the best way to get any. If you have any information, please go to that missing person forum link up there. Anything else, Deborah?
I don't have anything else for Joshua's case.
Okay. All right, our third case is case number 724. This is Victoria Stafford. I believe she goes by the name of Tori. Right, Deborah?
Yes, she does.
Okay, the case was opened April 15th, 09. What information do we have, Deborah?
For Tori's case, there is a website for Tori now. I'm getting that. It's Tori Come Home.
Okay, Skype that to me,
I'm
would you?
getting the link for that right now for you. Okay. This is a case that got a lot of attention. They did end up arresting 2 people for this, and one of them was supposedly helping law enforcement by showing them where Tori's body was. Apparently she truly didn't know, or she wasn't telling the truth of where it was located or whatever happened, but Tori's remains were not recovered, even though they'd arrested a couple people, and they have also said that they may never be recovered. The area is just too extensive, too much like open territory and stuff like that. Tori Stafford has been missing since, let's see here. I really should have shrunk my thing here. Okay, that's really strange. Oh boy. Now I'm having technical difficulties.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, she's been missing since April.
Okay.
She's missing from here. I've got her poster up here, and this one I've got up doesn't give me a date that she's missing since even.
Okay.
That's really odd. She has been missing since April. I will check the exact date on that.
Okay. Keep going. I'll do it. I'll look it up.
Okay. Having all kinds of problems with this poster here. Wow. Okay. Her date of birth is July 15th of 2000. So she be coming up on her 9th birthday now. They say that she's 4 feet 5 inches tall, 4 feet 6 inches tall, 62 pounds, blonde hair cut just below her ears. She has blue eyes. Last seen wearing a black Hannah Montana jacket with white fur-lined hood, a green shirt, a denim skirt, and she may have had a Bratz backpack with her. The place that she went missing from was her school. They did have surveillance of a woman walking her away from the school, and they had a sketch of the woman out there. The media was putting it out, law enforcement was putting it out for quite a while, and it turned out that they did apprehend that woman and a man, and they were arrested for Tori's murder. She went missing from the Oliver Stevens School in Woodstock. If you have any information, please contact Crime Stoppers, 1-800-222-TIPS, or you can visit Tori Come Home and share the information there. And I'm looking for a little more information here.
April 8th, 09.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The people they charged for this are 28-year-old Michael Thomas Rafferty. They charged him with murder and abduction. And then also 18-year-old Terry Lynn McClintock. And she's facing abduction and accessory to murder after the fact charges. They also have charged her with helping the accused escape the authorities. And they say that they believe the murder took place on or around the day that Tori went missing. So pretty much as soon as they had her, something happened. There was also discussion that she was most likely sexually assaulted. I really hope that was not the case. This has just really been a sad situation. What do you have on this case, Brian?
2 dream drawings. First one's actually a drawing of a woman, Button-up shirt, collar. Could be a letter S or something. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe that's just part of the shirt. And then the word Thames, Thames. That's at the top, right above her. I'm not sure if that's a name or whatever. We did some research on that. That's below. I'll get to that in a second. Ding Street, 1.7K, which I believe is kilometers, and then the word River of Christians. I'm not sure if that's spelled correctly or whatever. On the 15th of April, we did show number 57 on this case. There was a composite sketch, I believe, released on the 22nd. We have a link to that, thecanada.com. We did show number 63 mention this case. And the composite sketch sort of looks similar to the picture that I drew, but maybe in the eyes, but the person in the sketch had almost no hair. And then you're talking about the mother knew one of the two suspects arrested in her killing. I'm just reading an article right there. There's some pictures up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. We did another show on this case on May 20th. Show number 78. And that's it. Kevin, I got your notes today. You want to read those?
Sure, Brian. For Victoria, my meditation, I have dead, white male, 33 years old, Sampson or place, drives a two-door Ford gray blue car. Z as in zebra, S as in Sam, D as in dog, 623. They were going to investigate him, but did not. Apartment in upper 120 range. Upstairs he lives. He has some of her clothes and or things. Investigate him before he tosses evidence. He will do this to another young child. And my notes for the ZSD 623 could have been something to do with the Ford car that I was talking about in meditation. Sampson could be the name of a place or something else involved with this case. Police may have already suspected him, but decided not to investigate further for some reasons. Whoever this individual is, murderer may live in apartment number that is 120 or above 120. So he could be in 121, apartment 122, or 123, and etc. And Deborah, by the way, after reading your stats on this case, it's a very intriguing case to me because there's a lot of details involved here that people aren't talking about.
Oh, I agree. This case has gotten so many people mad. It's gotten people confused. It's created a lot of uproar in a lot of different ways. And then there's the things that, like you said, people are not talking about. But sadly, her case has kind of really died down, the attention for the case.
I'm highlighting that number, Kevin. Is it possible?
Is
it possible that's a license plate number?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I've never seen a plate like that.
Well, it's a different area too, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. I was just looking a little bit. We posted that information. Once again, if you have any information, please post it in the forum. This case has been open for a while, and really, like any other case, it needs attention. Anything else, Deborah?
I don't have anything else for Tori's case.
Okay. Our next case is case number 775. This was done the night before last on July 6th of 2009. This is for Onda Christopher George. I initially had the wrong picture up there. We were unable to find a picture of this person, so there's a question mark out there for right now. When we find the picture, we will post it. So, Deborah, what information do we have for Onda Christopher?
Yeah, the picture you had up there was James Hadaway, the suspect in Tracy Pasio case.
I googled it. I googled this to find an image, and that's the first one that came up, and I assumed that was that person, but not.
Well, the thing is, if you Google Onda Christopher George, you don't find anything for him, even though he's been missing since February, except where he started getting mentioned in the articles of Tracy Ocasio being missing, and she's been missing since the end of May. So he didn't get any attention. There's not much out there for him. We don't know a whole lot, except he's been missing since February 12th of this year. Apparently, James Hadaway, the suspect in Tracy Ocasio case, knew him, and he was one of the last people to see Onda Christopher George alive. So, you know, in addition to the battered women, you know, the abused women that are left behind by James Hadaway, and, you know, the questions surrounding Tracy's case, now there's another person that's actually missing. The last time that Chris George was seen, he was running from his white SUV, and that was at Keene and Ocoee Road, and that was on February 12th of this year. They don't have really much on Chris George. So what do you have on this case, Brian?
That was quick, Deborah. Okay,
Yeah,
Kevin, real quick, did you send me your case information on this one or not? I'm not finding it. Do you remember?
Did I send
No,
it to
Kevin.
you?
Kevin.
Yeah, I had sent it to you a while ago.
No,
because this
Kevin.
was connected with Tracy's case.
Right,
and
I want to know if
Gail
Kevin has it. Kevin.
Oh, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin.
What's that?
Do you have your notes on this case?
For Lindsey Baum?
No. For Onda Christopher George. If not, just get them to me later.
No, I don't
Okay.
think I got any information on that.
Okay, then I'll stop looking. Okay, I have two dream drawings. The first one says hit in the head by two men. The number 174.1321183, and the JR is on page 471. I think that JR are some type of initials. The name James Elkins, the number 132. Next dream drawing says Fruitland Park, 407-370-45. And then there's actually a question mark on there. Police know. So actually it says police officer. I'm going to write that in there. Knows where Chris's body is. Wears red bandana. Looking at this, unfortunately, I don't think that that Onda's alive. And I'm not sure of any relation to any other case right now, Deborah. Kevin, if you can, try to do this case tomorrow. 'Cause I'm curious about this one too. Kevin, if you get the Kevin.
Yeah, I'm here, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me the name after the show, and we'll go over it.
Okay. All right, Deborah. Any more information on this case? We're going to move on to the next one, our final case.
No, I don't have anything else for Chris's case.
Okay. All right, our final case of the night is case number 776. This is for Lindsay J. Baum. Did I pronounce that right, Deborah? Baum?
Yes, you.
Baum? Okay.
Baum.
Bond. Okay, the case was actually opened today, July 8th. Dream drawings are from last night. Deborah, what information do we have for Lindsay?
Lindsay has been missing since June 26th of this year. She is missing from McCleary, Washington. Her date of birth is July 7th of 1998. Her birthday actually is, it was yesterday. She is now 11 years old. She's a white female with brown hair and brown eyes, 4 feet 9 inches tall, approximately 80 pounds. They say that the last time she was seen, she was leaving a friend's house in the evening. And she was last seen wearing a light blue hooded pullover, shirt, and blue jeans. Apparently, she was wanting to have a sleepover with a friend, and the friend was not able to spend the night, and so she was walking home. That was the last time she was seen. There's a lot of people following Lindsay's case. There is a website up for Lindsay now. It's called lindsaybaum.com.
Okay,
I put
and
the
I
link in Skype
got
for you.
it. Yep, it's up.
It's a great place to keep up to date on what's going on. They put news reports on there. They put videos on there. Lindsay's dad, actually, he lives in Tennessee. He's out there now, and he is getting ready to deploy. He's in the military. So he, let's see. His name is Scott Baum, and he had to get clearance in order to go to Washington after she went missing. And he's, wanting everyone to search. Once he got out there and he started, appealing to people, the search parties got larger. The amount of people coming out to go search for her. He is getting ready to deploy to Iraq, and he really, wants this taken care of before he goes. They thought to begin with, when she went missing, law enforcement, did explore the possibility that she could have gone, traveling to Tennessee to go be with her dad. There's a lot of information on Lindsay out there. Like I said, a lot of people follow the case. If you look on some, forums and blogs out there, a lot of people are, dissecting the different parts of this. It looks like Lindsay may have multiple MySpace accounts, even at the age of 10. There could be clues in there on your forum, Brian, at missingpersonforum.com. It was requested by Dominique to open up a thread for Lindsay, which was done last week. And there have been a few people very busy sharing their dreams, their visions, the readings that they're able to come up with, their meditation work, and posting it, and they cross-reference with each other and try to, when they're getting similar things, they do a really great job of trying to, work on the missing persons cases. They do that on, a few of the more popular type cases, the more well-known ones that you have. They also go ahead and bring in the, try to connect them with the facts that you're able to get out there. So anyone that wants to help with that, whether you have some kind of a gift and you can help, by doing that, please go to the forum and post. And if you're one of those non-gifted people like me, you can still help out by researching and posting all that information, that is available to tie it all in together.
You're gifted. So, we can all do this.
Well, not in the gifted like psychic or dream or whatever type of way.
I think you are.
I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, anyone that can help with Lindsay's case, please do. Thoughts and prayers go out to her family with this. And this is one that, I'm waiting, for when Gail has a chance to hopefully consult on this case. A lot of people are interested in it. Do you want to share what you have for her case, Brian?
Sure, and I don't have much. 2 dream drawings. The first one says cereal boxes. Cereal spelled wrong, but I'm pretty sure that means cereal boxes, like, for breakfast. She knows. Next dream drawing says she's 2145 yards from the bedroom. Boxes, once again, think the cereal boxes, and the number 8641 and the word red. So what I've done is 2145 yards works out to over a mile, I think. Can we get the home where she disappeared from? And once again, I'm gonna do the Google Earth overlay and figure out what's out there. That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
So we can do that. As soon as we finish the show, we'll do that, and I'll put that up on there. But from looking at the dream drawings, nothing to do with death, which is good. And she could be really, really close. As far as what happened, why, I don't have a clue right now. I really don't. But Kevin has some information, and Kevin, can you read that now?
Sure, Brian. What I have for this young white girl named Lindsay in my meditation is abducted by a white male, maybe a relative, safe for now. She may be sold soon, possible HT, which stands for human trafficking. It's just my own personal acronym. Missouri bound or already there. They are hiding at a man's home, Southside Park or Park Drive, 1668. Wind driven or Winder Drive. Wants to take her to Washington or somewhere above or northeast of California. She may have been or is being molested by a relative or friend of the family. Either way, he let this happen to her. Notes after the meditation: I don't like this case. Either her father or another relative has abducted her and is letting one or more other people molest her. They could be in the state of Missouri, hiding out at a friend's home, whom is most likely on some of this. South Park or Park Drive could be a place involving the number 1668. And Brian, that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Stay on with us, please, Kevin. We're going to do this map and see if we can get any of those numbers come up too.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to work this case right now. Gail is actually in. She's on home. She's at home. I have her on Skype right now. After the show, we're going to get with her too and see if we can get some input and hopefully get in an exact location where she may be. Okay.
Brian, this is a case that has been discussed quite a bit in your chat room.
Okay.
And tonight, Coral was asking me, and I think you've actually answered that question when you were sharing your information. She was asking about the how big or how small the boxes were, and you say they're cereal boxes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, okay, if they're cereal boxes, that gives a pretty good indication of the size then.
Probably 15 inches by 3 or 4 inches. Rectangular boxes.
Okay, she has another question she's asked here in chat also. She said that the last word on the second dream drawing could be DENS, such as density.
The last word on second dream drawing, I think, says red.
It says red?
Oh,
okay.
No, I mean my handwriting's so poor, but I think it says red. But I mean, it could be dense. I don't think I'd write density like that though. I think it says red, so that's what I got. Anything else? But we'll definitely.
I was wondering if that could be, and if that could, this could have anything to do with boxes that might be manufactured at a nearby mill.
No, that could be. Yeah. Let me make a note. Thank you. That's a very good idea. It sure could be. I don't know. I'm just going off, what I have. But yeah, anything's possible.
Also, thank you to Coral for providing Lindsay's home address and saving me looking it up.
Okay, so we're going to do that right now. When we're going to get that, we'll do the overlay, and it'll be up on the case file right as soon as we're done. So within an hour, and then we'll get Gail on too and see what she can get. Okay, that said, let me close this one out here. So tomorrow we're going to dedicate our show to Aji Desir, who did go missing on January 10th, 2009 from Immokalee, Florida. And move this picture down a little bit. So it'll be coming up 6 months here on Friday, I believe, right, Deborah?
Yes, it'll be 6 months Friday, and since there's no show on Friday, I asked if we could do it tomorrow night.
Okay. So in the meantime, please go to findaji.com for updates and what you can do to help. So please be here tomorrow, and our entire show will be about Aji Desir. Okay. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Deborah.
Thanks, Brian.
We'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Good night.